Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. Welcome to the first quartz piece of 2018. I've got no problem with quartz watches. They do tend to be reliable and more accurate than automatics. I've got quartz pieces in my personal collection, well over 25 years old, which I doubt very much would have survived with me if they'd been automatics. Today's is the Annals by Zomo, clearly getting its inspiration from Frank Muller, but at a much more affordable price point of $125 US. Let's flip the camera and get a look at it. So what do we have today then? Well, Zomo España. Though apart from the rather gratuitous shot of Spanish dancers on the website, I see precious little else to connect this watch to Spain. No contact information, no address, no nothing at all. Asian language script on the packaging. But the packaging is fantastic. Definitely the nicest box I've encountered at this price point. So what is the price? Well, on the Zomo website, these ones, the Annals models, are $155 US. However, they are available on Amazon for $125 US. So you know where I'd be buying it from. All very nice sitting on that cushion there. Rich red box, very, very high quality, I must admit, and a nice little secret compartment underneath containing the guarantee card. So the guarantee card here says 12 months. The Zomo website says 24 months. So if you're interested, and maybe shoot them an email just to clarify. 12 months is normal with a quartz piece, but anything more is a bonus. Again, rather a lot of Asian script on the instructions there and precious little Spanish script. So what are we going to do today then? Well, no lume shot, no movement accuracy reports because it does not have lume and it is a quartz piece. So I'm not going to tell you how accurate this one is. It should be pretty good. We're going to have a good look at the watch, get some nice close-ups, pop it on the wrist later on and let you know whether I think this is just too much of a blatant facsimile of a Frank Muller for me to recommend to you. And when I say blatant facsimile, I really do mean blatant facsimile. That is a Frank Muller Long Island. Precious little to differentiate the two apart from the lack of minute track on the Zomo and the frankly ugly little date window down there, rather ruining the script at 6 o'clock. So dimensions and specifications wise, this one is 32.5 millimeters wide, not including the crown. We've got 20mm lug width. It's only 10.5mm thick, so nice and thin. Nice bit of curvature there. Wears very unusually actually. I haven't encountered a watch of this style before. The key dimension here though I think is the lug to lug length. Now the Zomo website states it at 45 millimeters. They're missing a centimeter. It's actually 55 millimeters. It does wear quite long. Interesting screw attachment for the leather strap here. It's a 20mm lug width tapering down to 18 at the clasp, and we've got a nice little Zomo laser engraved clasp there as well. 316L stainless steel case and case back. The case back just attached by those 4 screws at the corners here. No screw down crown, but they still manage 5 atmospheres, so 50 meters of water resistance. Says Swiss movement there, so we're assuming a Ronda 515 or something similar. 3 hand plus date, as mentioned, that little date window down there at the 6 o'clock, and it's a mineral crystal. Nice bow to it obviously to fit the case, but it is not a sapphire, it is just a mineral crystal. But then again, at this price point around that $100 mark, you know, that's not unreasonable. I think the cost of producing a piece of curved sapphire would add considerably to the overall cost of the Zomo. So zoomed right in on the dial, you can see quite a lot of texture there, a kind of nice scalloped pattern throughout the dial. It doesn't have a sunburst effect, but you do get light playing off it as you move the watch around. Certainly adds to the visual appeal and visual interest of this piece. Because the watch is square, the hands do look a little disproportionate. Obviously they have to be narrow enough to pass at 3, meaning by the time they get around to 6 they do look a bit short. But the case is nice. We've got a nice rich polish throughout, highly polished, and we've got a little sign crown there, which is always a bonus. And as mentioned, the screw attachment for the straps, so you're probably not going to be swapping this out quite as readily as you would anyway. The strap itself is perfectly decent. We've got the Zomo branding embossed on the underside, very comfortable, this kind of soft hide underneath, and the old faux croc embossed leather on top, but a pretty decent strap all in all. And there it is sitting on my 7-inch wrist. So 55mm lug to lug, as mentioned, it really does cover my wrist pretty much, but not an uncomfortable watch to wear. Only weighs 74 grams. The vast majority of that obviously is in the case, the body of the watch there. So yeah, definitely something a little bit unusual. I have to say, it hasn't made me want to rush out and drop nearly $10,000 on a Frank Muller original Long Island, but certainly something a little bit different. I've never worn a watch this case size and shape, so always nice to see something new. So what do I think of the Zomo Annals then? Well, a decent enough watch for 125 US. I think the case is nice, the dial's quite interesting. You know, as mentioned, it's a direct rip-off of a Frank Muller, but then again, Frank Muller was just ripping off Elgin designs from the 1930s anyway, so it's a kind of homage to an homage to an homage. If you don't mind that, then I don't think you'll be disappointed. The strap's decent, the packaging's great, and the price isn't outrageous. So there you have it, the Zomo Annals. As Spanish as spring rolls and completely lacking originality, but not a bad looking piece for it, nicely made and not all that expensive. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.